Oh, let's go. What up, everybody? Welcome to another episode of the SATS Show, your beginner-friendly guide to saving in Bitcoin. Wow. Amazing. Shout out and round of applause from the live studio audience for McLovin and Garrett. What up, Garrett? Wow, it sure is pumping. Yeah, exactly. I don't know what else to say. I feel like it's crazy. There was a pump yesterday, and I was pretty excited about that. So this pump's gonna be even more excited. Yesterday after jiu-jitsu, yeah, I got a new mark yesterday. Here, a little rash, something. Not a rash, but like the cloth, the gi. Like it kind of rubbed on my face, trying to escape some kind of choke or something. Johnny Midas in the house. What up? Round of applause from the live studio audience for Johnny Midas. So I don't know what else to say. We're here. We're doing it. We're living the dream. Oops. What's going on? We're stacking sats. And if you've been stacking with us since the beginning, we're plus 50% at least on our show stack. We'll check out our show stack. We'll check out our 2024 stack, and we'll keep it going. Round of applause from the live studio audience for Hard Huddle. Let's go. It's been a while. Good to see you in here. Everything in my soul is telling me a retest of support, but I still buy. That's exactly how I feel too. It's just, but we think about the yeah, it's gonna retest, but those institutions are just buying, dude. Like it's getting to a point where it's just like you can feel like the beginning of the avalanche, right? Like the people that even like I don't know, not that long ago, I was modding for Simply Bitcoin in the chat, and there's this guy like asking, like he must have asked like 3 or 4 times in different ways when we're like at 42, 40, something like that. Round of applause from the live studio audience for BTC Moon Guy. We're definitely mooning. We're just getting started. And this guy was in the chat asking like, oh, I came up on some money. I want to buy Bitcoin, but should I wait for 38K? Right? And like, I'm like, well, nobody's gonna give you financial advice. Nobody's gonna decide that for you. But what's the difference when What's the difference when you're getting in at 38K and 40K or even 42K? I think it was 42K at the time. But this guy was like incessant that he was gonna wait till it was to 38K to buy in, right? And I was like trying to explain. I was like, well, you know what? Like, I'm not trying to tell you how to invest your money, but the difference between 40K, 42K even, and 38K is like what people say. It's a rounding error, right? When you think of it in terms of it could go to like 1 million plus, right? Or even if it goes to like 100, even if it goes to 500, right? That you're trying to save. It's like that saying, right? Penny wise, pound foolish, right? Like you're trying to get a little bit more sats for that same money, and because you're kind of being greedy and trying to get a little bit more sats, you're gonna miss that whole run. So if that guy was still on the sidelines waiting to buy in for 38K, we never saw 38K after that, and now he missed the whole run to 57K, right? So again, this is not financial advice, but if you're aware of the conditions, you would realize that it's still kind of a good deal. We haven't hit all-time highs yet, right? The halving is still about 52, 53 days away, 55 days away, and these institutions just keep on buying, right? And normal people that are normal people, regular folks that are not into the Bitcoin world already, don't even know Bitcoin's pumping right now. There's nothing in their timeline, nothing in their social media letting them know that Bitcoin is going crazy, because they don't have the apps that we have. They don't have the trading apps or the buying apps where they kind of send you a message that says, hey, Bitcoin's up 5% today, or Bitcoin's up 10% today, right? They don't have that. so that they need to hear it from a friend, or they're gonna get it second or third hand, and then they're gonna kind of question it. And not until it reaches new all-time highs, right? When we bust through 67,000, those people are gonna start just to hear about it in the regular news, in whatever, however they consume news these days, in their feeds. They're gonna start getting hints of it, and then next thing you know, that's when the like the retail buyers, right, like us, right, but us that are not informed, maybe us like maybe 4 years ago, maybe us like 8 years ago, right? So anyway, it's pretty wild. It's pretty wild. I have not yet started to get messages from people that I've mentioned Bitcoin to, and or they're saying like, oh, what was that Bitcoin thing again, right? Most of the people I try to orange peel, I successfully orange pilled. I keep saying peeled like an orange. Orange pilled. Maybe like two, maybe like one or two. I have one guy that I try to orange pill, and he's like die hard, not gonna happen. The last justification he gave me was that it's probably Putin pumping the RNC or something like that, and it'll probably drop after the election. And like with those kind of people that are so committed to their decision to not be in Bitcoin, there's only so much you can say, right? Before it's like, you know what? All right, you know what I'm about, and when you're ready, when you're ready, and if you need help with it, let me know. Otherwise, I'm not gonna bother you about it, right? I accidentally posted something on a thread that this person I know was on while I was trying to promote the show earlier today, and so I started that conversation again. I was like, all right, no worries. I just kind of liked his comment. I was like, all right, well, moving on. Like at this point, if the economy, the price of Bitcoin, the overall how things are working nowadays, if that's not enough to convince you or to get you to look at it, it's not an error. It's not an error on my part at this point. It's not something that I did that turned this person off to Bitcoin. I think it's just they're just not ready for it, and they just haven't felt the pain enough to open their mind to it a little bit. So to each their own, right? You get Bitcoin at the price you deserve, and that's pretty true. It's pretty smack on, right? When $12,000, says BTC Moon Guy, you can lead a horse to water, but you can't make him drink. Exactly. That horse got to be thirsty, right? So many of my friends have been left behind. Yeah, it's wild. So it's pretty crazy. All right, let's jump into the actual show. Let's do the first segment, which we like to call Set Strength. Let's go, baby. $57,000 Bitcoin. Today, you can buy 1,754 Satoshis for a single dollar. What the heck is a Satoshi? A Satoshi is a fraction of a Bitcoin. Just like a dollar has 100 cents, a Bitcoin has 100 million Satoshis. It's important to mention that because you don't have to buy a whole Bitcoin all at once and pay $57,025. You can buy it in small increments, right? Each increment is costing you, it's a deal, okay? It's not cost prohibitive, right? You don't have to have $57,000 on hand. You can start with as little as $5 or $10 depending on your exchange or the way you buy it, right? So today for $1 you can buy 1,754 Satoshis. And if you're walking down the street, minding your own business, you look down, you see a penny, you pick it up, and all the day you could have 17 Satoshis for a single penny. Let's go! All right. 17 sats for a penny. It's amazing. We started the show back in May 2023, and we're buying about 39 Satoshis for a single penny. Okay? 39 Satoshis for a penny. It's crazy. It's crazy. All right. Since we're going to keep talking about Bitcoin for a second, might as well intro the segment. Here we go. Why we stack. All right. We stack because the prices of everything in terms of dollars are going up, and the prices of everything in terms of Bitcoin are going down. So, if you have to work a certain amount of hours to afford your life, and your money is losing value, then you have to work more and more hours for the same things. Well, if you save in Bitcoin, you can flip that equation on its head. And now, instead of working the same amount of hours for the same things, or more hours for the same things, you have to work less and less hours for the same things as Bitcoin goes up in price. When you shift your mindset and you shift the way you preserve your value to saving in Bitcoin, you in essence make the system work for you instead of against you. Instead of the system keeping you poor and making you work harder and harder every day for the same things, the system is now making your Bitcoin more valuable and increasing your purchasing power. And so you can work less and less over time and maintain your current lifestyle, or go with a crazier lifestyle with the same amount of work that you'd be doing just to maintain your current lifestyle if you're saving in dollars. Okay? It's such a crazy mind shift, such a crazy opportunity that you're never going to have ever again. And we're kind of blessed to be able to have this opportunity to be born in this day and age when Bitcoin is so new. Okay? These are the times when the future millionaires and billionaires of the world are being made. People just like you and I that took the time to understand Bitcoin and to understand the money system and how it works and how it's playing against you, and decided to take a little risk and learn about Bitcoin and start to invest in Bitcoin, start to save in Bitcoin. And we're going to win. We're winning already. It's showing, right? The proof is in the pudding. This is no longer a theory, right? It's not a theory. We're seeing it in real life, in real time, right? We started this show May 2023, and we're gonna look at the show stack during the stack recap. But let me show you again. The burrito index doesn't lie. Well, Leonard in the house. Choo! Welcome. The burrito index doesn't lie. It costs me 51% less Satoshis today to buy my burrito that I used to have to pay 49,000 SATS for on October 3rd. Even though the US dollar amount stays the same, the SAT count has gone down. And I haven't bought a burrito in a while, but if I were to go buy it today, it would cost me 24,000 Satoshis instead of 49,000 Satoshis. So what does that tell you? It tells you that if I was working for $13.70 an hour back in October, it would cost me 1 hour of my life, 1 hour of labor. Well, let's just say that there's no taxes being taken away from my wages, okay? Because that's another thing we could talk about. But let's just say I'm getting paid straight cash, $13.70 for my labor for 1 hour. I take that labor and I spend it on a burrito. That's 1 hour of my life in exchange for a burrito. Okay? Was it 4 months later? I'm spending, well, today, 51.5% less Satoshis for that same burrito. Right? But what does that mean? Okay, it means that now the hour that I worked in October 3rd, if instead of buying that burrito, I saved that hour in Satoshis, now that 1 hour of work is buying me 2 burritos. So I can choose to accumulate more and continue to eat burritos, I guess. Or I could, yeah. So sorry. Okay, I could get greedy and start eating 2 burritos a day if I want to get fat, right? Or I could just continue to have my 1 burrito and be able to buy something else that's worth $13.70, or just continue to save it, because the longer I hold it, the more valuable it's getting, right? And pretty much now that we can buy 2 burritos for the price of 1, just 4 months away from when we started saving, right? Maybe in another 4 months, we'll be able to buy a burrito with a quarter of how much it used to cost us in October, right? Who knows? Depending on how the price goes, right? Round of applause from the live studio audience for the man, the myth, the legend himself, Mr. J-Dub in the house. What up? What's up, J-Dub? Thanks for coming in. So we're talking about the power of saving in Bitcoin and how the purchasing power of your Satoshis keeps growing and growing relative to the dollar. So even though it looks like the prices of things are not changing, because the prices remain the same the whole time in this example, right? But it is in fact costing me less labor, less hours of my life to buy those same things, right? When you're on the Bitcoin standard, okay? Now I'm not saying that right now I'm taking my Satoshis and I'm go buying it for burritos. It's not worth it right now, okay? It's not worth me trading my 49,000 Satoshis for a burrito back in October. This is just an example to show you, if you were to do it, that the cost of things are going down in terms of Bitcoin, okay? So you take the same idea, same example, and you can apply the same example across whatever timeline you want and across whatever expense you have, or car payment, house payment, insurance payment, whatever you're spending money on. And if you're saving in terms of Bitcoin, those things are getting cheaper over time, okay? Until eventually we're going to hit the point, and we talked about it yesterday, hit your moon date, and you, in essence, your savings, your Bitcoin stash is growing fast enough, and the prices of things relative to Bitcoin have been so reduced that you can survive off of your Bitcoin for the rest of your life, right? It's pretty wild, right? All right, so that is why we stack. We stack because we want to escape the fiat slavery hamster wheel and enjoy the bright orange Bitcoin freedom future. I might celebrate today with a burrito. Let's go. Yes, burritos. I know it's Taco Tuesday, but I'm probably gonna have a burrito for lunch. Then I'm gonna take out the boys to have tacos with me. You know, there's one thing. There's so many things in life that I truly enjoy, and one of the things in life I truly enjoy, it might sound a little bit weird, is I enjoy watching my kids eat tacos. They get into it. My kids are not like the kids where they're like, "Oh, I'll take the taco, but can you take out the onions? Can you take out this?" No, my kids get the tacos like they come out of the thing. I just tell them like, they usually, and some of them are even a little spicy, right? But as long as I get them on horchata, they're even eating the spicy ones. So I get them tacos with everything, and they love them. And it's a joy to watch how much they enjoy eating tacos. So anyway, Taco Tuesday today for dinner, but for lunch, burrito time. Let's go. Burrito time. All right. So now that we know why we stack, we're going to jump into the stack recap. This is where we go over our current position for the show. And man, holy smokes, we're up 26.91% for the year, baby. For the year. In other words, for about 2 months. Well, 3 months almost. About 3 months. In about 3 months, we've been DCAing into Bitcoin, and we're up about 27%. Okay? That's it. This is it. This is not a reflection of. It's not a so think of it this way, okay? I want you to think of it this way. This number doesn't show you how much fiat money you've gained, right? Because fiat money is an illusion, right? Because they can print more of it. So it's a ruler that's always shrinking. It's a distorted ruler. You can't measure things with a ruler that's constantly shrinking, or you're gonna get robbed. Okay, that's inflation. You measure things with things that are rigid, hard, and not gonna change on you, and that's Bitcoin. Okay, so we keep stacking sats, and we track how much those sats cost us at the time on average, right? And then we can tell the difference between how much those assets were to cost today if we were to buy them with today's current dollar in its current form with its current purchasing power. So this chart tells you that the price, it tells you that the price, that the purchasing power of the dollar relative to Bitcoin has dropped by about 27%. In other words, you need 27% more of the weaker dollars that we have today to buy the same amount of Satoshis. Okay? It's pretty wild. Okay, the only number that should matter to you in your stacking journey should be that your sat count go up. I know it's fun to watch the green candles come up and know that you're gaining purchasing power, right? But don't get distracted by the beautiful green candles. Remember, your goal is still to save as many stacks as possible, to hold as many sats as possible in your custody on your wallet that you have the seed phrase for. Okay, don't leave it on exchanges. Okay, and get it off of your phone and put it onto a hardware device or with a hardware seed signer, in case your phone gets compromised, in case some genius figures out a new way to hack a phone. You won't have to worry, because even if they have hacked your phone, they won't have the seed to sign your transactions with unless they have the hardware device that should be separate from your phone anyway. Okay, you don't need to say hard and rigid. This is a kids show, for God's sake. Let's go. It's nothing like waking up with a morning green candle, baby. Let's go. Let you know you're live. Morning green candle. Bad case. All right. Let's keep the show rolling. Can you shout out my daughter Ava? Clint or BTC? Oh, let's go. Hey Chris, how's it going? Good to see you, Chris. Hey Ava, hope you're having a great day. And remember, keep stacking. You're doing great. Your dad's doing great. And slow and steady, we become more prosperous, and we can do the fun things that we like to do in our lives and that we want to do in our lives. Okay? So it's very good. Very good. Awesome. All right. Very cool. So real quick. Oh, let's do full screen for this one. Where is it? Starting in full screen. Hi, Ava. Thanks for watching the show. Hope you're enjoying the show. Keep watching. Okay, we're here Monday through Friday. All right. Okay, so now let's jump into... Oh, yeah, let's finish the stack recap. Here it is. Oh my gosh, I hadn't even looked because I wanted to get the reaction. I haven't looked at this because it's wanted to catch a real life reaction, which is 60% up since the beginning of the show. So if you've been stacking with us since the beginning of the show, congratulations, you're doing great, right? And what did I have to do in addition to my regular work or whatever, my regular life? What did I have to do in order for Bitcoin to gain 60% since the beginning of the show, since the beginning of this program, right? I didn't have to do anything else, right? All I had to do was buy it, hold it, custody it, and that's it. Nothing else, right? You just buy it and you hold it, right? That's all you have to do, right? There's no secret to it. There's no secret to it. It's just a method, right? Buy as much as you can that you feel comfortable with, right? And let's talk about this actually. We'll go back to the big screen real quick, okay? This is like Jack Mahler's idea, kind of like sinking in, right? The idea that when you first hear about investing in Bitcoin, people like to say, "Oh, only invest what you feel comfortable with losing," right? Only invest what you feel comfortable with losing. I'm not saying go all in or anything like that, guys. You have to make this choice on your own. It's not financial advice. But instead of the thing being only invest what you feel comfortable losing into Bitcoin, it should be only keep as many dollars as you feel comfortable with getting debased, right? Only keep only keep as many dollars as you feel comfortable with losing purchasing power on, right? It's just a harder concept. It's just a harder concept to grasp, but it makes sense. It makes sense, you know. Only keep the dollars you don't mind getting debased. It's what the saying should be, right? It's more offensive. I mean, it's more like, instead of being defensive, like, oh, only invest in Bitcoin whatever you feel like you don't mind losing. No. Only keep as much cash as you don't mind getting debased on. Right? It's pretty wild. It's like a whole mind shift. Anyway, all right. So we're here. We're up. And so let's go back to this number here. The price of Bitcoin today is 26,991. We're getting a little bit of micro dip here, for a dip for ants. So we're gonna buy $20 worth of Bitcoin today because the price is obviously above our average buy price in 2024. So here we go. There's nothing else left to do, but stack some sats. There it is. All right, here we go. The show stack is popping, and today we're gonna stack another $20. Oops, 20. We get this preview going. Oops, wrong way. There it is. Copy that. Okay, there we go. Cut the music. All right, here we go. We're gonna buy $20 worth of Bitcoin. As easy as that. Start the drum roll. We're buying $20 worth of Bitcoin today on episode 168 of the Stack SATS show. How much will it? And one more drum roll. All right, there it is. Oh my gosh, they're working on API. All right, let's let it sit through there. We'll talk over it while it's happening, and then I'll hit. There it is. There it is, just like that. We've stacked another $20 on top of our stack. Let's add it to the spreadsheet and check it out. But as you know, when we stack, we must chill. Mark Lovin in the house. What up? Choo! Round of applause from the live studio audience for Mark Lovin. What? We got 10 concurrent viewers. Let's go. Welcome, everybody. Thanks for tuning in. It's a real basic show here, guys. We get on here for about 30 minutes. We talk a little bit about Bitcoin for the beginners so they know what they're missing out on. Our primary focus here is to help people learn how to save in Bitcoin, avoid poop coins, and become more wealthy over time by simply just holding Bitcoin and keeping it in your own custody, learning how to custody Bitcoin with your own wallet that you control the seed phrase for, and maybe even a hardware device to add a little layer of security, right? But it's a super basic premise. On top of that, we don't only just talk about stacking sats, we actually stack them Monday through Friday. We do a $20 buy if the price of Bitcoin is above our average buy price for 2024. If it's below, we do a double stack, which is $40. And if it's below our all-time lowest purchase in 2024, we do a quadruple stack, which is $80. Okay. Now we haven't been stacking since 2024. We've also we started the show in 2023. And so this is our cumulative stack for the whole show. We started with $5 buy-ins, and then we moved it to 10, and now we're at 20. But every single stack here has with the exception of a few, has an episode of this channel where we bought that amount of Satoshis. And we're tracking everything. Since the beginning of the show, we're up about 60%. And just in 2024, we're up about 26%. Okay. This number with the full show includes the 2024 amount. But we thought it would be cool to start over in 2024 so people that are new to stacking don't get disappointed and wonder that they might be already priced out. You're never priced out because you can always stack Satoshis, and that's what we do. So that said, let's update the spreadsheet with today's buy. 2, 27, 24. Okay, today's price, oh my gosh, 56,892 was a price that we bought Bitcoin at today. That's the highest price we bought on the whole show for the whole lifespan of the show. And how many Satoshis did that get us? Oh, jeez. At least we're in the 30s still. Okay, that's how much Bitcoin we got. And we're going to convert it to sats. Boom. All right. Oh, wait, what's going on here? cool. All right, so we got 34,803 Satoshis today on today's buy. And poop coins are filthy. That's right. Okay. So that brings our total amount for in 2024 to 3.2 million Satoshis. We're Satoshi multimillionaires. Just like that. And that's what we do. We stack sats. So if you guys have any questions, do put it in the chat. Thanks again for tuning in. Thanks again for watching. Smack that like button, guys, if you get a chance. All right. Let's see. I might celebrate today with a burrito. It's important to reward yourself. I like that, hard huddle. Very good. Johnny Midas. What up, Johnny Midas in the house? Round of applause from the live studio audience for Johnny Midas. Let's go. So, yeah, guys, I'm getting pretty accurate with my timing now. So I'm doing about exactly a half-hour show. But let's stick around today a little bit longer and just enjoy the vibes of of being right. Have you guys been trying to orange pill your friends yet? I know a lot of you have. And if so, have they started to reach out to you yet? Because I haven't had anybody reach out to me. It's pretty wild. Most of the people that were going to go already went. And my new orange pill recruits have not reached out to me yet. How about you guys? Anybody that you kind of been working on that finally decided to reach out to you? Good call, hard huddle. Let's make a poll. We're gonna do a couple of polls as a discussion topic, okay? Oops. Hold on. Is it here? Start a poll. There we go. New all-time high before. All right. New all-time high before having, yes or no? That is the poll question for today. Well, one of them. Nobody has caved yet. Exactly. Not yet. Yeah, they need 100K, dude. Imagine, like, to go 100K from here. Jeez, dude. I know it's gonna happen. Still disowned from my family. No, that's so sad. Well, you got your Bitcoin fam, bro. Okay, we're here for you. Let's see, dude. I can't even. $100,000 Bitcoin is how much from here? It is. Oh my gosh, the chart just looks crazy. Hang on, dude. $100,000 Bitcoin is. Oh my gosh. Okay, $100,000 Bitcoin right now is 76% gains from right now, from 57 or whatever it's at, right? Can you imagine, right? What it's gonna do to my burrito index if we go to 100,000? I'm gonna have free burritos, dude. Right? I'm gonna have basically free burritos. I'll be paying like, who knows how many sats per burrito? Wow, that's pretty cool. 75% off of 50%, right? This makes it like about 12%, right? What's 75 of 50? Was it? So 25 is half, and then so 12.5 is half of that. So 12.5% of the original price of a burrito. It's insane. That's insane. Stuffs apart with banks and debt. 100K would be. Oh yeah, oh that's right. One rich friend asked me how to invest $1 million, then told me his bank said no. Oh, Johnny, that sucks. That's, you know why? Like, seriously though, it's because it's not his money. Let's go. If you need to ask permission to use it, is it your money? Right? The bank has $1 million. I don't know what your friend has. That sucks. Sorry, I didn't mean to laugh. Right? He needs to figure out a way to start getting that out of there slow and steady. It's pretty wild. It's pretty wild. All right, let's see what the poll says. Yes. All right. Pretty good. New all-time high before halving. That's halving is in about what is it? 56 days, something like that. 57 days. Let's see. Let's go to the chart. Let's go to the internets. There it is. Halving counter. In 56 days, 15 hours until we have the Bitcoin halving, which means the rewards for miners get reduced in half, and we'll have 3.125 Bitcoin as a reward for mining the next block, instead of the current reward, which is 6.25 Bitcoin. Okay, 50 days, yeah, 56 days, 50 days. Dude, when we got into like the sub, when we got into like the sub 100 days until halving, I was pretty excited. Now I'm looking at 56 days, and you're like, okay, we're like once it goes sub 50, it's over, dude. It's like so close, right? So it's very exciting. It's very exciting. All right, so the let's end this poll. It says, here we go. Oops. 66% say yes, new all-time high before the halving. Wow. Okay, I see some bears in here. That's good. Some bear. What could happen? What could happen to make the price come down? I mean, if anything, yeah. I don't know. Something could happen, I guess. They could ban it or whatever. But like, at this point, I think just the volume of the purchasing happening with these ETFs is just insane. Let's do another poll though. I have another poll. Let's follow this up. Here it is. We'll say 100K. Dude, 100K is so big. In other words, a 76% God candle from here to 100K. Before the halving. Oh, here we go. 100K before the halving. 100K before the halving. Yeah, Tether collapse. Yep. I got a no in there. Okay, that's a good one. Okay. 100K before the halving. Oh, let's go. Let's go. We got some. Oh, that's new all-time high. Sorry. There it goes. Yeah, Tether would have to collapse. Yep. That would cause a dip. But again, for the people that know, even a Tether collapse, that would maybe force them to liquidate their Bitcoin and flood the market with more Bitcoin. Like, it still doesn't change anything about Bitcoin, right? And that's the thing, that the news will see it as a problem with Bitcoin and put it out there like that, and so people will freak out and sell. But then I'll be down there like, oh, give me your Bitcoin, give me your SATS, right? So there's still nothing fundamentally wrong with Bitcoin itself. It's another company or another thing that took it and made it into like an asset class, right? So, but Bitcoin will still get the blame for it, right? They'll still put the Bitcoin logo up there when they're talking about the Tether crash, if there's ever a Tether crash, if there is a Tether crash, right? So that's really just buying opportunities. Bitcoin is a safe haven. Oh, you're right. Bitcoin is a safe haven now, so things are different. Oh, can you imagine, right? Now when you have like a risk off market, you'll put your, instead of going to cash, you go to Bitcoin. That's cool. That's crazy. That's crazy. Alrighty. So 76% to get to 100K from here. Let's see how much of a percentage. We need like 10,000 to get to all-time high, guys. That's easy. Easy peasy. The way things have been going. Let's see. Oh man. Okay, the difference from where we're at now. Let's see. To an all-time high. The percentage. Oh my gosh. BTC backpacker in the house. What up? Good to see you in here. The percentage gain we would need to get to guess break all-time high. I'm just gonna go to 70, make it an even number. is about 22% from here. If we go up another 22%, right, then we are at all-time high. It's pretty crazy. In other words, about what, $11,000 away? An $11,000 gain in Bitcoin would put us at all-time high, right? And I think that'll trigger like a bunch of alerts, a bunch of news coverage, and maybe the people that haven't seen all of these Bitcoin haters from the past that have now been fully converted to like to support Bitcoin, and they're gonna start to debunk the stories of Bitcoin being bad for the environment and all that stuff, and start coming out with the fluffy stories, and seeing that these investors that have been historically like correct are finally on board. Right? We know that stuff because we're in here. Right? We know that stuff because we're here, and because we kind of we're Bitcoin nerds, right? You guys are Bitcoin nerds if you're here watching. I'm sorry, nerds. But people that are not into it, they don't know all of the latest things, right? Some people don't even know that ETFs are approved. I'm serious. Some people don't even know that Bitcoin ETFs are approved, right? And so when Bitcoin hits all-time high, and $11,000 more of gain, in $11,000, in 22% more up, more green candle, more cowbell, the news is gonna hit, and all these people that have forgotten about Bitcoin and thought it was dead are gonna say, "What? What do you mean it's a new all-time high? What are you talking about? I thought that was dead. That's still a thing. I thought it was a thing of the past." And then they're gonna say, "No, it's actually a good store of wealth now, and it's green, and it's okay for the environment, and that actually it's helping make the power grid stronger for these companies and for these states or whatever countries." And then they get all the fluffy stuff, all the good stuff, all the real things that Bitcoin does, and they're on board. And you know, we're at 100K before you know it, sipping margaritas on the beach, chilling. All right, all you gotta do now, nerds, is figure out what beach you want to vacation on. All right. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Enjoy the Taco Tuesdays. But until then, remember, if you ain't stacking, you're slacking. Later. That's so good.